Hey guys, today is October the 12th of 2019 and I wanted to do a quick video. I'm in Japan right now on a work assignment, and what's interesting is that there's a super typhoon coming to Japan, Tokyo. I don't know if you can see, I'm in my hotel room. It's raining right now. This is the train, the bullet train, and it doesn't look too good. It's very nasty out there. But anyway, I figure I'd do a quick video and keep you guys posted on some of the research and some of the stuff I'm doing in regards to Gann stuff. So I wanted to take this opportunity to do a quick video and show you something that I'm messing around with, and maybe others have come across this technique, or maybe could take it to the next level. But I'm going to show you what I've come across. I don't have a name for it because it's just something I've just been dabbling for like the last couple of months, and I'm going to show you an example, and then you could take it from there. You could use it on your own instrument, whatever you trade, but it's something to just back test and just see how it reacts and how it behaves in the market. As of right now, maybe I'm calling it the square of 9 3 dimension, or the third dimension square of 9. I don't know, something kind of in that realm. So let's get into it. Let's see. Let me get my so as you know, guys already know, I trade the Aussie a lot. So I wanted to show you this example. I'm going to use as a low the January 3rd 2019 crash low on the Aussie. Maybe there's something to it that it starts early in the beginning of the year. I don't know. You're going to have to pick a low or a high on your instrument that you trade and just kind of back test. I don't know if it has something to do with it, because this one was really close to the beginning of the year, and that's how things are just kind of lining up. But I'm gonna have to back test it, maybe with gold, with the euro, maybe with crude, maybe with Apple, some stocks, just to kind of just see if there's anything to it. But I'm gonna go over it. So this is how you would do, and I'm using the square of 9. This is how you would do the technique. Have it on an Excel sheet, and it's pretty much you put your pivot date. So I'm using the January 3rd 2019 crash low on the Aussie dollar. You could use whatever, just make sure it's an important something, maybe an all-time low, or if you're trying to go current, maybe the low of the trading range you're doing. You get the idea. And what you do is you take the low, you take the swing high, that first like an impulse wave up, and then you take that date, it's January 11th, and you put a green on it. That means it went all the way to the high. Aussie pulls back, makes a swing pivot low on January the 25th, you put a red on it. Aussie goes up all the way to February the 1st, January 31st, sorry, January the 31st, and it makes a swing high. You put a green on it. Aussie pulls back down, and when you have two candles back to back, you try to get the one that either has the lowest price, and you work your way up from there. And if they're even, where the lows are just even, two candles back to back, you get the one then that it's on the date where the impulse to the upside goes. So if this red one, let's say, is 70.56, and this green one is 70.56, you're like, okay, so which one do I pick? Do I pick the swing pivot low, the 11th, or the 12th? What I do is, if they're both the same price, I pick the one that gets the impulse up to go higher. Where is the energy? So I will pick the 12. So the 12 would be right here, smack in the middle of the square of 9 grid. And then it goes up, and and then there's a volatility, man. It just spikes up, and it goes all the way up to the February the 21st. You put that as a high. I didn't bother to put the low here. I could, but it was all done in one day. I mean, you can't anyway, so you have to just pick the swing high. And it went up again, and then it did a fail new high, which I call the FNH, on the 27th. And you see, you put the high there, so I got high, because it went high, flushed back down, went high, and if you wanted to, it was like the next day lower. On the 22nd, you could have put on the 22nd a low if you wanted to, but I just left it like that just to show you how the Aussie developed. So you got the 27th high, it pulls all the way back down, and you see the same thing. The low was 77004, and then on the 8th was 7002. So I'm automatically going to pick the lowest swing point, and which that became the impulse up. So that was March the 8th, right? So we got March the 8th right here. So you put a low, and then where are we? March the 8th. It goes all the way up to March the 21st and does that swing pivot high, and then March the 21st will be right here. You put a green, and then we run out from the square 9, which is March the 24th, and March the 24th is somewhere around here. This is the 25th and the 24th. So from the square of 9, you went all these swing points, all of these right here, and you just kind of stop right there. So what you're doing is you're taking the past swing points of the square of 9. That was your first dimension level. Now when you go into the future, you want to see if the price action is going to be hitting those past swing pivot points in the past on the square of 9. If you want to, and then you want to see if there's some kind of correlation or some kind of vibration that the price action somehow is revisiting these points on the future on the second level of the square of 9. So I'm going to show you what I'm trying to illustrate here. Pretty much your past price action swing pivot points made the first level of the square of 9, and I already have it all highlighted right here. And then when you go into the future, you want to see if price action vibrates in the future to the square of 9 swing pivot points to the past. It kind of give you a predictive edge to see what prices could do within swing pivots high, swing pivots low. So if we're going close to a high, there could be a turning point. Now we're going all the way down, there could probably be a slight edge or possibility that we could probably hit a swing point low and then go up. And then when we're going up, maybe there's a slight edge or a probability where we're getting really close to the top, and then we short it and we go right back down. I'm going to show you. The next step, this is kind of tricky. You could go either way. You go March. You could start with the date. I'm still messing around with it. 2019. Trying to see what works, what doesn't work, why it works, why maybe doesn't work. So right here we did a swing pivot low on April the 3rd. From that, 21st. So we're off. So maybe, and this is something I'm tinkering with. Normally what you would do is go, the last one on the corner was the 24th. You go the 25th. That's the next day. And you start the next square of 9 level on top of it. But I've noticed that some things are off and some things work and some things don't kind of line up. And maybe you can say maybe I'm curve fitting or not. But the key is to get it to vibrate, to dance, to groove, to get the swing points maybe not exactly, maybe a day later, maybe on the day, or maybe a day, late, late, on the day, or maybe ahead, if that makes any sense. So try to get it where it would hit on the date, or it's off, like it's going to hit the next day when it was supposed to hit this day, or maybe it goes in early. So let me show you an example. Now that we're here, so the swing low was the 3rd. So what I would do is, if this is the high from the past, I want to try to get it to line up. So right here was the low, boom. So then from there I could move into the future. So we got that. So the Aussie makes, and not all of it lines up, but a lot of it does. We make a high on April the 17th. So look, that April 17th was from the past. See how interesting it gets? So then we shoot down, and we'll make a slightly swing pivot low, not major, on April the 25th right here. And what's April the 25th right here? So it didn't make it on the 23rd. It made it on the 25th. So it looks like with this line there was some kind of support. We popped up all the way to the 30th, which was right here. You're gonna notice that a lot of it kind of ends on this top part right here. So nothing major. We continue pushing lower all the way to we have like 2 swing points, or 2 a low and then a fail new low. So you got May the 17th and May the 23rd. So let's look at May the 17th. So you can see that it bypassed all of this. Nothing happened on the 5th. May 17th was right here. So you see it didn't really do much there. But then when you get to the 23rd, look right here. Even though it didn't do a low on the 20th, it lines up with something going on right here from the 17th, the 5th, the 14th. So we make a low, or the impulse low, which is the 23rd, which is right here. And then we shoot up all the way to June the 7th. Where is June the 7th? Well, we're out of, oh no, we got to move over. June the 7th is right here. So look at that. We have a high here, a high here, a low here, and now June the 7th will be a high here, right there. What's that? 611. So we go 618. So nothing really happened on 611, and we're already out of the grid of the square 9 to 618. So what you would do is you would start maybe with 615, and you increase it. So now you're going to the 3rd dimension, the 3rd level. So we had the first one where we got our swing pivot points. We into the future, looking how prices are reacting from the past, and now we're going to the 3rd level. So what's this? The part where we ended was 614. We go to 615. And see what happens. So right here, so we had a low on June the 18th, and we're here on the 16th. So what you could do is you could either get it on the green, or you could get it where this level right here is. So let's do and this is me messing around. This is just my mind, the way it goes. We go 16. We go a day ahead. 1 day advance. No, my bad. 14. Yeah, 14. So it's June 7th. We came down all the way to June 18th. Boom. So that's, I'm going to lock into that one where it is this vibration level right here. And now let's see how it acts going into the future. So we go all the way up, and what is that? July the 4th We continue going up. July the 4th, we hit resistance right there. We pull back down to July the 10th. So we go all the way up here. So high right there lines up here. This level vibration. We go up. July the 19th was the high. So we continue. July the 19th. Boom, right there. So now, and you could add this into the future if you wanted to. I'm just leaving it just like that. But I could put a green there, and then it's gonna reinforce me and tell me that, you know, this level of these, you know, this level right here using the square 9 is gonna give me maybe a chances where there could be swing tops or swing lows. But I'm just using the first level. This is something I'm just back testing. So we push lower. So we got the 19th high, right? And then we go all the way down and we do a flush all the way to August 7th. So where's August 7th? 19. We skipped the 24th. Nothing happened there. August 7th. Right here. So we're off. You see what I'm saying? That sometimes you just come in early. You came in early from the low. It didn't do it on the 8th. It did it on the 7th. But that's good. Because, you know, you could be like when these dates, you know, from the 19th, you go when these dates come approaching the 24th, just kind of watch it a little more. When it gets close to the 2nd, you watch a little more. And then once you see, you know, the 8th, you know, and you see price action, you know, act like it's basing, maybe it could give you a little heads up. So the low was the 7th, and then we got to chop it around, push lower. And then the other swing low, impulse wave up, was September the 3rd. So we go all the way here. Where's September the 3rd? So it's ignore this, and it's already out of the square of 9. So we go to September the 3rd. Or, yep, 9/3/2019. And then this is where we at right now. So this is the September 3rd swing low. So let's see. So it makes a high on September the 12th. And the 12th was made down here. So what I would do then, nope, my bad. Put the 4th. And now I have it locked. Or you can say curve fit it, whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to get it where everything will hit a swing point really close to either, you know, something major or, but I'm using the next day. Remember, I'm always using the next day. The same day you could use it, or maybe, but technically I would use the next day, and then I would try to even go another day, you know, to get it where I could get it to line up and lock in. So I got it to lock up with September the 12th right here, and now we're going to the future. So from here, we made a low on the October 1st, October 2nd. So where's October 1st? Right, 2nd, right here. Look at that, low right there. Look at it right there. We went up to the 4th, resistance, pulled back, and got a massive impulse on the 10th. The 10th was right here, and then this is where we at. So with that being said, how will you use this into the future? Well, we got to keep an eye on the 14th, we got to keep an eye on the 23rd, and we got to keep an eye on the 29th. Those are the dates where there could be a possibility we could keep going higher, where there could be a possible swing pivot high, change in trend, short term, not big term, because you know we're all on a downturn on the bigger picture. But you notice that we've gone, you know, we passed through the 14th to the 23rd and did something on the 28th from the other level or the other dimension below, or from the past. So maybe that could be in play somewhere between the 28th, 29th. But either or, you will want to keep an eye on the dates that are highlighted from when you started from the beginning, which is the 14th, the 23rd, and the 29th. And sometimes these angles, would help out. But the test and the strategy in this video is for you to backtest this technique and see how it applies on your instrument. And this is just an ongoing research I'm doing. I try to take Gann stuff and I just try to think outside the box with all the other research and studies and information that I come across, and just try to see how price action behaves within certain parameters. So I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video. Subscribe. I'll keep you posted on ideas, things to research, things to back test, and remember, knowledge is power. You got to just look out there, research, find it, and it will come to you. Hit the subscribe button. I'm going to sign out. Keep me in your prayers. Hopefully the super typhoon doesn't come and sweep me away. But I'll keep you posted with WD Gann's tips and tricks.